Hey everybody, it's Yusef for Dad's Free Time Classic Gaming. I just finished a game called Rayman Origins, and I finished it two ways. Now, there's one ending in which you have to, defeat all the bosses, get to the end of the stages, and then you defeat the mega boss, the classic ending. However, there is an ending based on you giving the monk all its teeth, which means you have to go through all the speed runs to catch up with the chest. When you open the chest, you get a tooth. There's 10 teeth that go into the monk's mouth. Once the monk gets all his ruby teeth, he'll open up the land of the living dead, and then you need to do speed runs to get through that land and face that boss in order to free up one more fairy, okay? So when I actually started to get up to about 9 and 10 on the speed runs, I felt really great because I finished the speed runs, I finished them, I got all the teeth. I thought I was gonna get a prize or something, but no, he just opened up another land for another bunch of speed runs. And these speed runs aren't speed runs in the sense that you get timed. They are speed runs in the sense that you have to be moving at a certain pace in order to beat things that are coming after you. You know what I mean? You won't be able to get up to certain places if you don't have the correct amount of momentum. So that was a pain in the butt. It was such a pain in the ass that I thought I would go ahead and post what I did between 9, 10, and the whole land of the living lost. This way, if your brain starts to get fatigued, I can at least take out a lot of the guesswork for you, and then just leave it up to you performing correctly. I mean, that part was really difficult, so here you go. The important thing to remember is that you just need to do a small jump whenever there are spikes. And if the spikes are over you, then jump really high as you can, obviously. Big jump right over the thing. Once you're in the water, you want to make sure that you don't let all of the confusion bother you. Just keep moving forward where the treasure chest is going. Once you go into the darkness and you hit the lights, then don't worry about claws coming out to get you, because you have the lights on, they won't attack you. Just worry about those big spiky things popping out and the electric jellyfish. Alright, that one's down. Mark it. Alright, on this one it's pretty much the same deal. You don't want to do too much of a jump whenever you see the little spike oranges. But one of the trickiest parts about this one is diving effectively. If you see the water, you want to push downward into the water so you'll dive straight in. Or else you'll sit on the top of the water crest. Also, those spikes are pretty tricky. But, I mean, once you get to that point, it's just a series of jumps. You should be fine. And that's how you handle that. Alright, this last one's tricky as balls. You gotta get a lot of small jumps when you see the spikes. Push down and punch for that balloon so you can get the distance. You gotta get this one in the middle. Those ice cubes are really tricky. No jump here where the air is. You gotta time that hand just right on the downswing. Down and punch on this balloon again. And there you go. You got all the tooths for them jowls. Alright, so then you go back to the snoring tree and give the monk the rest of his teeth. And it opens up this land here. This one's really tricky because you gotta make sure you bounce on the people's heads to get over. That jump right there was very difficult. Small jumps there, big jump there. You gotta push down to get underneath the vine there. Alright, this one's pretty smooth except for a few parts. The second grandma, you want to make sure you jump really early. So that's the first grandma. Second grandma right here. Sometimes you get caught up on the casket and it messes you up real bad. Otherwise, just go with the flow, man. Alright, and that's your checkpoint. So if you made it right to there, you can breathe a small sigh of relief. Yeah, there's not much to say here. You just gotta handle it. Good. Once you get to this blue hand, that's another checkpoint, so you're in the clear. This part gets a little tricky because that little vine is following you right behind. But, I mean... Make sure you punch down right here to get the height you need. Punch down right here. Small jump over that casket. You gotta bust your ass on that one. That one's a close one. Excellent. Alright, this is the one that it hurts. Gotta make sure you hit that lady on the head so you can keep moving. Duck underneath that by pushing down. Okay, now you gotta move quickly here because there's a vine following you from the top of the screen. See it coming through right there? Once you get right about here, this is the checkpoint, which I got very lucky at. But after that, it's just going to the platforms and moving straight through. If you just keep moving, for some reason, none of the fireballs hit you, which I thought was very funny. And I made it through on pretty much my first try after the checkpoint. Alright, with the devil lady, it's pretty self-explanatory once you see the video. That was the boil right there. You gotta get underneath that elbow as quickly as possible before the other bracelet comes down. Okay, watch out for that arm because it dips twice in the lava. And then you want to kind of stay at the edge so you can get the second boil right there. And the third boil right there. And there you have it. All is done.